What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with some Destiny 2 news and updates from Bungie, and of course this is the first This Week in Destiny of 2024, so Bungie's weekly update blog post news article thing returns today, and I wasn't sure if we'd get anything interesting in this first TWID of the year, but turns out there are actually a couple of decent bits. So firstly, we're going to get an update on January 30th that will bring some fixes for seasonal content, but also importantly, some brand new content for Season of the Wish, which come in the form of Rivens wishes. So this is a new weekly pursuit, we'll talk about that. Bungie are also going to kick off Moments of Triumph in late January, and they're increasing the Glimmer cap, which is actually going to double. So some surprising updates there, I suppose, but also they're going to introduce character customization. So we'll finally be able to go back into the character customization screen and modify Guardians, something that players have been asking for quite some time. And they give us a vote for the Festival of the Lost Armor for the year. So we get 2 new pieces of concept art showing us what those sets will appear like. And there are a few other things to discuss in the video as well. So as always guys, I hope you find this one useful, and if you do, a rating below very much helps us out. But now, let's get into it. Bungie start out by talking about some of the Season of the Wish content. They speak about the story, the Star-Crossed mission and the Wishkeeper bow, but they go on to say, this season's story isn't done yet, and there's more content coming to Season of the Wish sooner than you might think. Ahamkara always keeps some aces up their sleeves. And so starting on January 30th, Rivens Wishes will provide new weekly pursuits that players can complete to redeem a prize of their choosing from a pool of rewards each week. And that will go on for 6 straight weeks, and they say that very same day, they'll also kick off Moments of Triumph for 2023, which will offer both in-game and physical Bungie rewards, as well as 30 challenges to honor your last year of achievements. So that's cool, and they add that they'll share more information about Rivens Wishes and Moments of Triumph in next week's TWID. It's interesting with the Rivens Wishes that they say there'll be a pool of rewards, and we'll be able to redeem a prize of our choosing. I'm not sure if this consists of existing seasonal content, like seasonal weapons and things like that, or whether it's going to be something different, but I'm certainly curious to hear more about it. And Moments of Triumph will kick off then as well, which is another positive. So let us know your thoughts about that, and I'll keep you posted with more details when we get them next week. But they also talk about a sparkling new Glimmer cap, and they say make it double, 500,000 sparkling little blue pieces of programmable matter. They've heard players loud and clear, and they're increasing the amount of Glimmer that can be carried to 500,000 when update 734 drops on January 30th. They add that Glimmer will still drop from the usual sources, and it'll be spent in the same way, like crafting weapons, focusing engrams, masterworking, and for upgrades, but the Glimmer wallet will have an increased capacity. So finally, the Glimmer cap moves up, which I know for players who are bothered by the Glimmer cap itself certainly is going to be a big positive, so share your thoughts about that down below. But up next, they talk about character customization, or re-customization, I guess. And guys, I'm sorry if you can hear the kids having a tantrum in the background, it's that time of the day. But Bungie say we'll finally be able to change our Guardian's look when the character customization goes live in an update before the release of the final shape, and to do so, we'll need to launch Destiny 2, and then we'll notice a new option when we hover over a character, and this is going to allow us to modify the appearance on the Guardian anytime without cost or limit to the number of changes. They do say though that take into consideration that while you can change the body type, face, the hair, head and markings, it won't be possible to change from one origin to another, so from human to exo or awoken, for example. But finally, this is going to be an option which is cool, and they say in a March update they'll be resetting the Synthweave bounty cap to give everyone more opportunities to customize their look when the feature goes live. And so overall I think that is going to be another positive right there. And up next, since Bungie are delighting us, I guess, somewhat, right here, they say, looking into the future for a moment, Festival of the Lost is the yearly spooky season event, and they want all players to vote for the armor sets that will be featured. This is something we've had in the past, and the theme for this year is good wizards versus evil wizards. And they say players will get an email in order to vote, or they can use a survey which is linked in the TWID. So the TWID link will be in the description box below, but importantly right here, we have the good wizards up first, and the wizard theme is certainly pretty strong. Also get sort of Trials-y vibes a little bit from those ones, but they look pretty cool. Even cooler though, in my opinion, are the evil wizards, and the armor's just that little bit more gothic, with these cool kind of pinky purple glows on it. So those are the Festival of the Lost armor sets that Bungie are going to be working on for this year. What do you guys think down below? What will you be voting for? They do say though that these are draft concepts and they don't intend to change the design substantially, but they always reserve the right to do so. So they could change to a degree, but that gives us a pretty good idea of what they're going to look like based on what we've seen in the past. So let us know in the comment section what you'll be voting for. But there are other sections in the TWAB about some of the seasonal content from Wish that we've had over the past few weeks, Star-Crossed and the Wishkeeper bow. They also point out a plushie of 1,000 voices and a new Riven plushie that we can get from the Bungie store. They do point out that a limited number of these are available to ship now before a pre-order system takes effect, and players who've completed the Shooting Stars triumph in the game will be eligible to purchase it. But otherwise in the TWID, they highlight Prime gaming drops for the month, and that includes the Keep It Clean exotic emote, the SK1 Multiband Rover exotic Sparrow, as well as the Warlock Shell Legendary Ghost, and the Wake the Dragon Legendary Ghost projection. So if you've got access to Prime Gaming, you can get access to those via the TWID as well. But finally, they point out that they'll be fixing an issue with Warlord's Ruin totems in an update next week on January 23rd, and they're aware of an issue where players who met the completion conditions for the Reveler title are not able to claim the Dawning Triumph for it, but players who've completed all of the challenges while the event was active will be granted the associated Reveler Triumph once they're able to implement a fix, so we'll just have to see when that comes down the pipeline. Either way, let us know your thoughts on the TWID juice for this week. On top of that, there's a big section in the TWID this week about Game to Give, and Bungie have said beginning January 18th, the Foundation is proud to kick off its largest annual fundraising campaign, and this year is the 5th anniversary of Game to Give, which has raised over $5.9 million since the event began in 2019. So this year, it runs from January 18th up until February 4th, and Bungie say they're excited to open the Legacy Emblem Vault for the first time, allowing the community to add emblems from 20 historical campaigns to their collection, and what's more, the emblems and new donation incentives can be shared with friends and family. And they've created this new kind of credit system, so they say for every $7 donated during Game to Give, we'll earn 1 credit, and the credits can be redeemed for the rewards of our choice. There's no limit on how many credits or rewards can be earned, and the Legacy Vault emblems will cost 1 credit each, which is equivalent to a $7 donation, so you can essentially get any of those emblems for $7, with the Cosmic Tune exotic ship costing 3 credits, which is $21, and the Universal Constant emblem being 4 credits, which is $28. But there are a bunch of other incentive rewards that they've announced this year, including fundraising rewards, and for $100 there's the Bloodstream emblem, with the Heart Control emblem being $500, and then for $777 the Pale Blue Dot exotic ship and the Animating Love Spawn animation. Then as we can see, $1,000 donations will give a custom Game to Give gaming pad and a $50 Bungie Store gift card, with $2,500 getting an entry into the Lightkeepers Guild and a copy of the digital Lightkeepers Hall of Fame poster. And then for $5,000 it'll be a custom Game to Give eSport jersey and a physical copy of the Hall of Fame poster. Plus there'll be a bunch of other emblems and cosmetics and things which can be earned by supporting various streamers, so if you're after unlocking any of those incentive rewards or just supporting the Bungie Foundation in general, I'll link the Game to Give page down below alongside the TWID. But for today guys, that's what we have to speak about in the video, so as always, I hope the video has been useful today, and if it has, a rating below very much helps us out on the channel. Also be sure to get subscribed and give us any of your thoughts on what Bungie have spoken about today. I will as always keep you posted when we get more details and updates from Bungie, so keep it locked and loaded right here. But otherwise, I appreciate you tuning in, and whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome day.